And hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the season finale. Can you believe it? This season is under wraps today. And we're gonna see. Well, actually, what we're gonna see today. The championship was wrapped up 3 races ago, but unfortunately, the constructors already. I'm gonna spoil the surprise. Is that it's already been won by Noah Belushi Racing, whatever they are.
Bijou Racing Honda.
Bijou Racing Honda because only one driver VPR has unfortunately turned up. Needed both drivers to turn up today to have at least eight stars to win, but they haven't. And yeah, we're just here to see the drivers off limits. Really, I mean that's all we're gonna see. I think today, just drivers, just don't giving a lot about what's gonna happen today, and they're just gonna drive how they normally do.
As we now cut to the action, we are watching Max Romer on a lap around this amazing track of Suzuka as Phoenix is pulling off to the side. Great camera shot.
By the way, a little bit of trivia. Let's start with a little bit of trivia. Did you know which driver said this commentary in 2017 on the radio? This track is awesome. I'm having the best day. Did you know who said that? Back in
Okay.
2017.
I want to say it was Sebastian Vettel.
Incorrect.
Oh. Either him or Lewis, I want to say.
It was Lewis Hamilton indeed, I believe in 2017. When he
Nice.
won I think with a Grand Slam as well. Top FP1, top FP2, top FP3. First in qualifying and first in the race, leading every lap, I believe, that
Lovely.
weekend. There's some fun trivia for you. You can find that question of who wants to be a millionaire. I assume. I don't know. At least practice is coming to an end, and I think Samuel is winning the first shot of pole position. I think.
Yeah. Nassim's very strong, but just not. Nassim's very good actually. He's topping the session at the minute, but I feel that we don't know the tyre difference. It could be a difference in tyre that has caused this time difference. But I mean, it could also just be the raw pace. But I think Samuel will definitely be able to find the extra speed and might even just be sandbagging a little bit just to hide his raw pace.
Yeah.
So you'd have to see as Jeremy Guth with his, I think that's Schumacher-inspired helmet there. Through the S's.
More like Spider-Man themed.
Yeah, a mix between Schumacher and Spider-Man.
Yeah. But what are we gonna talk about while we wait?
We could talk a little bit about the track if I quickly bring up my Google and search.
Oh, actually, another fun trivia question. Did you know at what circuit was the first Japanese Grand Prix?
The first Japanese Grand Prix, I want to say it was Fuji, but I think it was Suzuka.
It was Fuji.
Fuji. Yes.
It was actually in the movie Rush. It's the season finale.
Ah.
That was the first Japanese Grand Prix in 1978, I want to say.
Nice.
So there is even more fun trivia for you. You can use that in your next pub quiz, if you would like.
As Timo does a little bit of a practice start in the final seconds of this
I know
session.
it's dangerous to do. Wow. I know it's dangerous when your cars are still on the road, but he does what he does.
He took it offline, but yeah, still a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, for sure.
Through sector 1. Oh no. Yeah, sorry, give me a second.
I mean, I'm just looking over things and yeah, Felix is first. He's actually a bit struggling, I think. He seems to be a little bit down on the pace compared to the others. Hopefully he can bounce back though for sure. Yeah. That's a Tanasu goes 6 there. Not a Bulgarian driver, so I'm gonna show my favoritism towards him for sure. And the session fades to black.
And I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. I didn't even notice you were gone.
Oh.
As we have 5 minutes of wait time.
Oh, yay. Favorite part. But after practice, the standings at the minute are Nassim first, 4/10 ahead of the Breaking Point Racing driver of Samuel Ivanov. Third place being Timo Nathaniel. It's a very strong front three. As we let the cameras just flick around. What on earth is it doing? Let's go to Samuel. So Van, who do you think the top three is going to be for this Grand Prix?
I mean, qualifying or race overall?
For qualifying.
For qualifying, I'll go Simon first. Not Simon, oh my god. Savio first. Chibo second. Phoenix third. That's what I'm gonna go for.
Ooh, interesting. Phoenix third.
I think he can pull it out of the bag. I believe in him.
I definitely think Phoenix will be up there. But I think it's going to be Nassim on pole. Phoenix is going to find some sort of pace to be second, and Samuel might be a little bit off.
I think
As
Nassim, not to be rude to the guy, of course, but he seems to struggle. He seems to struggle with his qualifying laps sometimes. Like the problem with him is that he really goes for it on his laps, and one mistake, it does his lap over.
hmm.
And even if he plays like what would you call it? Uh, Even if he puts a safe lap, I don't think it will put him in 4. That's what I'm trying to say. Top 3, sorry. I think it will definitely get him top 4, but not top 3 in my opinion.
Interesting.
And I think Felix is so good at those last lap bonsai, like last lap bonsai laps that I think he'll just clutch it.
Ah, interesting.
I mean,
Well,
that's my theory on what's gonna happen in qualifying.
how do you think the race might go?
Crash at turn 1, undoubtedly.
Sounds about right, as we have 11 drivers racing today. I can't even turn off my app. I can't even do like my silly F7 thing because it's just stuck like this. Oh well.
Fun.
Just pissed him out of camera.
I mean, next year hopefully should be a little more exciting. You've got a quote unquote better car. You've got
Hmm.
you've got a more interesting car, more grippy car, more fun to drive car.
Mhm.
You're gonna have some new teams on the grid, which is
Yes.
very, very, interesting to see. And yeah, I think it will go down well.
Hmm. Let me have a look at the teams for next season. Teams. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams for next year.
12 teams with 2 drivers. That's 24. The max you
Mhm.
can have on the grid is 26. So
There we are. As we watch Jeremy Guth coming out first in qualifying.
he's very eager to get out of the way. That's for sure.
Pushing quite hard on this outlap, to be honest. Trying to get all the heat into the tyre through just pure pace and pushing it through the corners compared to sort of weaving and using the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
Interesting. A little bit of a rattling noise there, but everything seems fine. Ooh, almost doing what Danny Kvyat did, where he stuck a wheel into the tyre and barrel rolled it on the inside of
Yeah.
the hairpin.
That was in the wet though. And unfortunately, this is the circuit where, it's been 8 years now since we lost Juice Bianchi, which is a
I'm
shame.
not sure.
I think it's 8, right? I think it's 8 years. Because the crash was in 2014, we lost him actually 2015, so it would be 7 years,
7 years.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Since we lost the great driver of Juice Bianchi after he had an accident at
Mhm.
this place, which was a really sad way to go. I mean, he was an up-and-coming star, but I'm not really a religious person, and I want to talk about religion on the stream, but
Mm.
I think
Oof.
some things are I think some things are meant to be just the way they are.
Mhm.
I personally believe that God has written like what will happen to everybody in a sense, and
Mhm.
it's written in the stars basically. We
Yeah,
just
Goose having a little bit of oversteer through turn 2 there, struggling a little bit. Oh, and that is a
oh,
breaking
that's
point
the
racing
wheel.
car.
No wonder I scream because that's my bloody car, mate. Yeah, that is that's quite a surprise. As
Through the
Cliff takes a very
hairpin.
interesting line into the hairpin. He actually kisses apex, which you don't really do in most racing cars. At
Hmm.
that hairpin, I mean, you kind of want to go around it, even though you've got the backing there. So very interesting
See,
line from Jamie Goo.
car
Oh,
seems
he runs a
fine to
little bit
spin.
wide on the exit of Spoon, a little bit wide. You wanna hit
Yes.
more of the inside
For
and
the
then just power out of the corners.
for the track
So
limits here, it is the either the white line or the edge of the curb, depending on what's there.
yeah. As he heads into the hairpin, the chicane, which we got the famous setup cross moment into the final corner.
Hmm.
What a ghost! Oh, he takes the racing line there. You just lost 2 tenths.
Interesting, as he takes the
You wanna
fastest
go?
lap at the
You
minute.
wanna go? You wanna go towards the pit exit to gain more momentum when
As a
you hold up. As
Longy
Pietro
goes two
Luigi
tenths faster.
in the Lamborghini Tech car. I think that's what they called. I don't know.
Yeah, the Lamborghini Tech.
Um,
As Nassim goes fastest, 2 seconds faster than Guth.
Oh, he went wide. He's gonna be slow lap, I think. Daniel
Mm,
Soel from Europe Proton, I wanna say. Daniel Soho from Europe Proton. I actually showed up for a race. Surprise.
Phoenix sets his second fastest lap, fourth hundredths
I'm
off
waiting on Samuel
of
though.
pole.
I'm waiting on Samuel, however, to see where he
Hmm.
is on circuit. And how he's
At
doing.
the moment, he's just going through turn 2. Guth on a better lap now because he had a big moment at turn 1. 1 second off. Through 130R we go.
I mean, it was tidy. But how tidy with the chicane B? Pretty good. Now he just needs to
Nice.
close on the inside line. He still takes the racing line. Come on, guys.
And goes 4th.
It's it's a personal best, but it could be at least you gain a tenth by going towards the pit entry. No, pit wall line. Which is surprised so many people know that trick, by the way.
With
On Suzuka. The real life
Phoenix
drivers
into
do it all the
there.
time.
To the chicane.
Is he
So
gonna
far,
take the
is he
line?
up on his lap time? He is not quite as fast inside as he could have been, but 1,000th off of Nassim, but he was still up on his lap time.
So close between them two. As Atanas of things on a now lap. As Samuel, his coach mate is catching him. But it's gonna get very interesting in the next
And he
sector for
gets out of the
sure.
way.
Yep, he does get out of the way as Rudakov, the Russian driver, is starting his lap now. Getting the Lamborghini Tech, but both drivers turning up for Lamborghini Tech as well. So that's a great surprise.
Go through 130. I'm not quite using all the track because stick a tire on the white line a little bit, but it doesn't matter too much.
You could probably ride the curb a little bit more, but it's up to the driver.
I'm
How
not
they
quite
approach
sure
the
on this car.
corners.
It's quite an unstable car, so lots of drivers have to just, instead of making it fast, they make it just as stable as possible. As Guth goes
Yeah.
faster still, but not quite fast enough to gain any positions. He crossed the line and gained 1 position. And 1.4 off of pole going into 130R.
Yeah.
Could take it a little bit tighter. Just to lessen the distance. All going very deep at the first part of that chicane. And then bringing it out to the left as he goes through the final corner and gains 1 position on his teammate.
Interesting.
As Hoffer through the 130R takes a little bit tighter, and we do not get to the end of that lap as Rudakov seemingly on another push lap, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you would guess.
And coming to the timing beam, 2/10 off of pole just in the first sector. If he can keep a good pace, he could get 3rd, but we'll have to see going into the second sector timing.
Yep, for sure.
Keeping the car wide and carrying a little bit of speed through there. Oh, very wide there for Hoffer. Not quite being able to keep it in track limits and aborting the lap. As Nassim through the S's, keeping it very nice. Nothing trying to do anything too off, trying to play any tricks on him. Just trying to get around a lap. 9/100ths faster.
Yeah, I think so.
As Rudical crosses the line and goes 7th. Oh, very nice line through there. Could have
Yep,
gone a little
and
bit wider,
he's
but
lucky to
might have
be.
caught the thing. It's 1/10 up on the pole time.
I mean, Nassim is lucky to decide his dominance really for his next season drive.
Oh, he
For the
takes a little bit too much curves and loses the car.
Oh, that's a shame.
And that is Samuel going
That's a real
slowly
shame.
through Degna 2.
But then again, we have 10 more minutes of qualify. Like,
Still 10
it's
minutes to
not the end
go.
of the world, is it? Yeah.
As we're on board with the breaking point racing car of Samuel getting ready to set a lap time, I believe. Pushing a little bit to get some temperature into the tyres. Usually you'd think drivers would be slowing down to create a gap to the driver ahead. There's a nice sort
But
of
not in this case. I
through
mean, last thing you
130R,
want
a
to do is give
little
your
bit wide.
maybe last thing you want to do is give your opponent a slipstream into the lap. And
I still bring that out wide
wait,
to
the
start the
country
lap.
mates are working together. I've noticed, by the way, the country mates are working together. Look, he pulls out the way at Tanasov from Dame Racing is helping Sabuil, even though he's won the championship, and there's no way the constructors could be won tonight.
I
For
noticed the
ranking
Dame
points,
Racing
so
driver and Samuel are communicating on the same radio wave.
interesting
Interesting.
tactics, I would say.
Not sure how the It's Dame Racing team boss would feel about that, but I think
I mean,
the Breaking Point Racing.
Rotiswap is leaving the team, so yeah.
Samuel's up on pole at the minute by about a 10th, I think.
Yep, for sure.
So through Spoon, Timo just up the road actually. Might try and slow down a little bit to hinder his championship rival and fellow world champion. So he throws it into 130R. Car's very nice. Doesn't try any silly moves on him. Into chicane. Takes a lot of curb each time, but everything seems fine. Oh, loses it a little bit. A little bit of wheel spin on the exit, but should be fine. Nope, he's a second off of pole. As Pietro Lunghi through the final chicane, bring it out wide to finish the lap and actually getting on the grass.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
As Nassim goes faster than his previous pole timers. We now watch Timo through the first sector, or Max.
Max, Super Max. We're not thinking about Super Max, we're thinking about Max Romer, who is going Super Romer mode to try and claim the pole position, and Nassim is up again.
Up again.
So clearly he clearly can improve his sector 1 time, but
a little bit
his
wide
sector
there
3,
through Degna 2 though.
Yeah, that's the line you want to take. I don't want to take a wide line to keep the speed.
Just gonna
The
keep an eye on
corner,
I mean, Track's Limit doesn't say anything about that specific corner, but it does say that the curb and the white line seems to be track limits.
Well, you don't want to ride the curb at happy, do you? Ethan.
Yeah. At Degna 2, it just
so-
looked a little bit wide.
Oh, Dagna 2, I think the stewards have said is supplements.
Okay.
It's basically Bahrain 2021
Oh
in
no.
terms of track limits through there.
Yeah. Once we watch Samuel.
Ooh, command prompt.
Yeah.
But Ratiswav, let's see how he does. He chucks into the corner. The car seems to stick. Hopefully he is getting on well on his merry way. And Morris Hopper is trying to set a better lap time than his previous. Oh, that's a spin at the exit of Spoon, and that's teleportation to pits. With the session with 5 minutes left to go, it's looking really, really close between the drivers.
Mm. You say close, but there's about sort of 2 to 3 tenth gap between each driver in the top 5.
Well, I think Phoenix has 3 tenths to pull. I think from somewhere. Phoenix is the type of driver who you think it's all over, and then he just comes out of nowhere and
Mm.
just surprises everybody. So yeah,
Oh, Timo up into
ACF,
3rd.
and there you go. Timo surprises with a P3 right there. So yeah.
Oh, the Breaking Point Racing driver returning to pit lane. And so to his countryman.
They're 5th and 6th, by the way. So
Hmm.
consistency is key, as George Russell would say.
George Russell's the type of guy to be insanely consistent.
Well, I mean,
A
he's consistent
while.
with the circuit, but is he consistent? Is he consistent in some other areas of his life? We don't know, but
Hmm. As we watch Max through Degner 2, everything looks fine. Through the hairpin, shouldn't have to worry too much about track limits here.
yeah, it's looking real interesting now with the 3 minutes left to go. At least for who gets second and third. I'm already wrong with my prediction. I will admit it. I thought
Because Samuel
Nassim
hasn't
wouldn't
quite
be able
pulled it
to
out of the
dominate as
bag.
much in qualifying, but you're wrong. Yeah, he seems to be doing a stellar job so far.
Cross the line, starts the lap. Or doesn't improve, not sure. Nassim improves again.
I
Now
think
a
that's the pole position
second off
lap.
of Samuel.
I think that's the pole position lap.
Into turn 1, pushing as much as possible.
Yep, and he seems to be going for the S section. Ooh, a lot of curbage. But seems to be doing a somewhat of a stellar job into these corners. Oh, Heroes wide, and that's his qualifying. Oh, showed over. So Samuel is guaranteed to start from 5th at least. That's the max position you get, but Atanasov needs 400s to beat out Ivanov. So.
And Phoenix also not on track. Which
Is
is
it
quite interesting.
4,000s or 400s that Atanasov needs to beat to get pole position? Oh, it's actually now 700 for P5, but the team is improving even more. Now the final chicane, though. This has scored up. This has scored out the team. Oh, he
Oh,
runs wide though.
little bit
That's
deep.
wide. That's wide, but Will he be able to salvage with his exit? Let's see.
No.
No.
Losing about half a tenth there.
And
Just by going deep.
that was his qualifying attempt over Timo now. 5
Watching
tenths down.
Timo's attempt to ooh.
Ooh, that's too wide. I think that's even if he finishes the lap, I think the stewards will be on to him for that one.
Not much. Max 2/10 off pole at the minute.
I think that
See.
might be a personal improvement. Oh, look, he doesn't run wide for day. You want to run wide? At least take a little bit of the quote unquote legal line.
Hmm.
Um,
Very wide
look
to
at
the hairpin.
yeah,
That is kind of the racing line.
that is sort of the racing line, but not the ideal racing line in my opinion of driving Suzuka.
Hmm.
As he heads towards the first section, he runs again wide through speed. Doesn't take as much exit as I would have liked him to take, but that's on him. And
Not
yeah,
up on his own time at the minute.
and
Timo now stopped on track. Now Max to the line. Can he improve? No.
is that qualifying basically over?
I think so. Samuel pushing only through this first sector now, so I'm not sure if he'd made the line. But we can see by riding on board with him.
I don't think he did.
Hmm.
That's Jeremy. Let's see if Jeremy can do something for the same racing team
Hmm.
with their new color scheme, which they seem to change every race, by the way. And
Yeah.
let's see, it's a 130.8, which is not an improvement. I will have see what Atanasov. Come on, Atanasov! Come on, my fellow countrymen. I hope you can put a pole position. If you cut the chicane there, we've got a pole position. The stewards will definitely not tell you off. Oh, into the grass he goes. It's a wheel. No, he
Samuel
didn't
couldn't
cross
quite
the
make
line in
it.
time. And that's your qualifying over. And I did predict the Shock Phoenix top 3 prediction, but the rest of it. But let's go through the order. We will with a 129.3. That is the lap that Steve Ruler sets to claim pole position to prove to the haters wrong. In second place, Fulvio Phoenix, which I did say that Phoenix is really good in qualifying situations. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy I said he'll get top 3 because you didn't predict it. And the third place, you have Timo, which I believe was a surprise. I didn't really expect Timo to qualify that highly, but he has proven yet again that he's a very fantastic driver. In fourth, I believe is his teammate
Oh
of
yeah. Fourth is Max Romer.
yeah, Max Somek, his fellow teammate. And in fifth place, you've got the car that I own with the driver Sabuyo Ivanov. In sixth, you've got the driver who will be driving for Breaking Point X season alongside Jason Bladov, Rostislav Ivanov, Tarasov, sorry. And in P7, you have is it Jeremy Goof? I want to say. Yep, Jeremy Goof in
Seventh is
P7,
Goose.
Ruda Goff in P8, Luguini in P9, Darius Soho for the Euro Proto team, Kafal inside show up to a race in P10, and I believe we got some other people with Martis Hofer in P11. So
Yeah.
both Euro Proton cars last. I wonder why. I wonder why. But yeah, Euro Proton. At least I'm gonna try at least get a point, I guess, out of all of
Mm-hmm.
this.
I mean, teams running 2-on-2 from the rear four was sort of both Euro Protons, then both Lamborghini Techs, then both It's Staying Racing.
Yeah.
Then you have Breaking Point splitting up. Then it's double Bijou Racing. Nassim at the minute could be on for a Grand Slam though. Fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying. We'll have to see when we get to the race.
Yep, for sure.
As we look at the car of our pole sitter, Nassim Ruler.
We don't have much to talk about until we have the race. This is where you have the ad. So,
Hmm.
no, let's make our own ad. Have you guys ever heard of Breaking Point Racing? Your own impromptu commercial. Well, actually, have you heard of ACF1? This is a community where we race pretend cars with pretend teams, and we have fun around based on the game of Santa Costa. So yeah, and please join. That's all I have.
Hmm. Hmm.
Actually, have you heard of Sword Art Online? It's a game. They're sponsoring this race allegedly. There you go. That's what you can talk about. What I was thinking, and yes, we have the dog amongst men on pole position in second place. The Ugandan Knuckles of Fulvio Felix in third place. The mechanic for Ferrari, Timo Natario. In P4, his fellow teammate of Jeremy Goof. If we've got the engine apparently, the sound on top of the Steve's car. As the drivers, and that's your grid roundup as the drivers are now getting ready for the lights. As the lights should be coming any minute now. With 27 laps to go of this beautiful Japanese Grand Prix. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And it's go, 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 go for his Japanese Grand Prix as we headed towards turn 1 now. The Civic has got a massively heading into turn 1. Would there be any crashes going to turn 1? Any setup frost moments? I don't see any, but Phoenix is down the order though. Phoenix is down the order, down to P8. Maybe Rantisto from the driver. More rookie mistake from him. But the Civ is in first place with Ivanov somehow managed to get up to second. And Rutisov Tarasov gains the position. He's up to P5. So he's got a very profitable start through the first sector. Now let's get into through Degna 1 and Degna 2. The driver seems to take that very well, but Atanasu might have got a better except driver can move. He go for the dive bomb around the hairpin. Does he send it? No, he does not. He decides to follow back.
Yes, he
But he gets
does.
the inside line. He goes for the cutback, but it's not enough to accelerate.
Ooh,
For
that as the driver
Phoenix,
stopped there.
there was seemed to be a little bit of carnage. Maybe a
Hoffa
little bit of
stopped at
punt.
the hairpin.
Maybe a punt to the hairpin. Who knows? As Fulvio Phoenix suspension seems to be just fine after lap 1 saving at Tarasov. But hopefully the cars didn't take a massive beating. It's the one. In Tarasov's car has gained a position, so there's something to be cheerful about, I guess. As JB Goof down to 10th place, 9th place.
Down the
However,
inside into the
Ooh!
chicane.
Oh,
And that's just
what
sort
a
of gains the
move!
position.
And Tarasov. Oh,
Ooh,
that's a spin!
as
And he
Max
goes to the
spinning.
pits. Did he go? Is Max going to the pits? Is Max? Did we forget to teleport? Did the commentator forget to
Shh.
teleport?
Ethan, you're
Uh,
still on the track.
No, I'm not.
yes, that is a mistake from the the broadcasters there. They decided to leave a whole car on the circuit, and the drivers are not happy about that. But it has been cleared. And, yeah, as Jeremy Goof is trying to chase back the driver in front of him, and he seems to be doing a somewhat of a stellar job. As who has retired there? I can't see who has retired there.
I'm not quite sure. I think it's Hoffer, the Europroton driver.
Oh, so you're a proton. At least I've got 1 point guaranteed. I take this race as long as they finish.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I've got quite a good haul of points at the moment with Europroton being in 6th place. Nassim taking fastest
sure.
lap. Being 4/10 faster than Samil on that lap. And that's Guth very wide through 130R. Believe that probably was outside the track limits. Oh, that's Samuel round. Samuel is round and losing a position.
Oh,
2 positions.
I don't think he cares. He's got a title.
Hmm.
I don't think he cares too much.
Surely another podium would be nice though. Oh, Nassim having a little bit of a drift
Wrap
through
of the
the
season, yeah.
hairpin.
This will be his last ACF1 race. So up towards the near future. We don't know if he'll make a return, but this is as of right now his final race in ACF1 after he announced that he'll be leaving.
Hmm. As Rich on board with Anastasov chasing down Timo for 2nd place. Ooh, half a second faster on that lap than the driver ahead.
Yep.
To the chicane, can Lungi get past Guth? Possibly, only being 2/10 difference time-wise though.
Yeah. Hofer is in the pits, so he hasn't retired.
He's returned though, so
Uh, or
he would
maybe he
be
will.
a few laps down.
Maybe. Well, maybe they're repairing the car.
Hmm. As Nassim setting yet another fastest lap. Ooh, was Lungi locking up the rears a little bit into the chicane there. Having to take the escape road. So we watch through the helmet cam
Yeah.
of Anastasov. Through the S's there. Very nice and useful shot of Anastasov's suspension here.
I mean, he could have taken a whack.
Hmm.
But yeah, but anyway, I just wanna do some propaganda. The F sports has started, and I would definitely recommend not to switch over because the constructor championship has been already wrapped up. So please don't switch the channel, please. Come watch this
We
instead.
create the greatest racing.
The real racing, the real racing.
I don't care if F1 esports is professionals. Amateurs are better to watch.
Exactly.
As these
Would you
guys.
rather play? Would you rather watch? Would you rather watch grandmasters play chess or complete newbies play chess? I think I know which
Two
one I'll
100
pick.
rated.
Yep. And it's looking really, really close to the front, at least for second.
Ooh,
place, I
Nassim
should say.
round.
Oh! Yes, round. Will he rejoin in the
Ooh.
lead? He has to be careful with his reaching.
No.
No, he does not. So Nassim with a bottle job of he's literally bottled it from a very comfy lead. From hunted, he becomes a chaser in this situation. A very interesting development, isn't it, Ethan?
Oh, Anastasov is closing quite a lot on first place at the minute.
Which leaves the race, which blows the race open now. At least do the first cycle of pit stops. Is he gonna go for it? Anastasov decides to stay back at Spoon.
So Nassim
Very
can't
understandable
quite
why.
get that Grand Slam, but he still might be able to win every session.
I mean, we're gonna see the first cycle of pit stops. I think that's why this race will be won or lost out, to be honest with you. I think that's what will happen today.
Into the chicane, and Anastasov looking at a move, but not quite being able to. Ooh, losing the car there. And spinning around.
That final corner was really quite above guard the whole race. The whole week. Just the whole race. Just the whole weekend in general. Of this whole stream. This whole event. Or whatever. Is catching a lot out of guard. The console pops up again saying that Samuel will win this race by 20 seconds. Let's hope that the person entering the commands press enter on that command, but as Pietro Linguini in P9 though, however, the Lamborghini Tech, they're looking to score at least under 2.2.
Oh, the little bit of front wing damage.
It's the adjustable aero comes back once again. Adjustable aero.
We see it.
I mean,
every couple of races.
I mean, to be fair, Rose Bro, no joke, has talked about balanced performance being introduced in the terms of active aero.
Flexi front wings. These front wings being extremely flexy.
I mean, yeah, honestly, like, it's actually been talked about in real life that Rose Bro has said that they're lucky to introduce balanced performance in F1, which will completely ratify what the sport is all about, realistically. But Atanasov his lap. Oh no, he's passing Daniel Sohel for a position there, and that was a very nice move into 130 hours habit. But
I think maybe
Schumacher and Alonso.
Engine power might, like engine power, balance of performance might be good, but like I can't think of how else they do it.
Active aero. That's the thing that Rose Bro has said. You know, you already got DRS. Why can you not do something else? With the aero.
Moving the front wing, moving the body of the car, moving everything.
I honestly think F1.
I'm surprised.
I honestly think F1 should bring back traction control and ABS. I don't see why they shouldn't have those. Personally, people might say, "Oh, it takes away from the skill." I mean, you had traction control back in 2004 when Schumacher was driving. I mean, it has been said that the drivers were not using traction control, But then again, we have no way of really knowing.
I wouldn't say
Because
all the drivers aren't. There are probably some drivers that preferred not to use it.
yeah, I mean, Michael Schumacher was probably the most prominent one to it. He didn't use traction control in his heydays, I do believe.
As Nassim trying to close down on the front two. Less than just about a second between the front three at the minute.
Yeah.
Nassim almost a second faster than Samuel there.
Interesting.
As Anastov sets his fastest lap of the race so far. I apologise for the weird rustling audio there is for the onboard. I'm not sure what's caused that or how to fix it, so I'm having to deal with it as much as you are.
I can't hear the cars, so I'm just pretending the
Ven
engine
doesn't
noise
have
is
to deal
V10.
with it, but we do.
Yeah, I just pretend it's a V10.
Ooh,
I'm
that
just-
is the Europroton car off.
Oh, Daniel,
Daniel
that's a
Solo.
shame. I mean, Europroton have this turn up to the final race, just have a little bit of the post-party food, I think.
At least they turn up.
Yeah, I mean, you could be Andrea Moda, so.
Ooh, Samuel spinning it through
Been a
spoon.
mistake. Yeah. I wouldn't say pinning it, but a very massive mistake.
Ooh, Nassim has also made a mistake. So positions have not changed.
Yeah.
As both driver made small mistakes. Nassim has a lot of work to do now to make his way back up into the lead. Ooh, as he's pitting to probably fix that front wing.
Yeah, probably.
Which feels like Phoenix, who is our third place driver at the minute. So out of the pits come Nassim. Where will he merge out? Into 6th place. 16 seconds off of the next driver.
Yep. I'm just looking very, very interesting.
Hmm. Ooh, Zanasov losing the rear through spoon.
Oh. I think it's time for the drivers to pit. Honestly, the tires going off like paper mache with the amount of mistakes they're making.
There's Zanasov passing Max Romer. He is ahead into 130R. With Samuel pits.
So many of this, I mean, he definitely felt that he had that wear.
And
so-
Phoenix pits. So we'll have to see when Nassim comes out here, because he's 14 seconds behind the next driver, let alone these drivers at the front. As through the final corner he comes. 3 drivers in the pit lane. Samuel's exiting pit lane, he comes out ahead. Samuel may not have fueled as much as Nassim. Samuel comes out ahead of Nassim.
I mean, could we see the double stop?
I'm not really sure. I
honestly think
mean,
we could see the double stop.
that could just be that Samuel had a couple of good laps, because they were about 1.5 to 2 seconds between them when Nassim pit due to damage. I think was one of the reasons that forced him into pit lane. So it could just be that they've both kept, or that Samuel's kept a consistent pace compared to Nassim to keep the gap. But Nassim is closing.
Yeah.
So we look into Spoon. Will either driver make a mistake, or are we past that now?
Not sure, yeah.
Timo Nathaniel, our race leader, is still yet to stop. As the gap closes, going through the chicane. As Max coming out of pit lane now, he emerges
Let's see if I can rejoin.
5th. Ooh, he might be racing with an ass of out of pit lane. Not quite, but cold tyres compared to a few lap old tyres could take hold here. And that's him closing down on Samil as the camera switches away from it just as they go into the hairpin. Nassim's right in his diffuser, right in his gearbox there. Not giving him any room to breathe.
Timo, it's interesting to see when Timo will come out in the pits, so he's in the pits right now on this lap.
Is he in pit lane?
The drivers.
No.
I thought I saw something yellow. That might have been his lap time actually.
Yeah.
As they
Yeah,
go
that
through,
was-
as they go side by side for 130 yard. All the respect between them.
Nassim goes wide.
To seam. I mean, he kind of forced himself in that position, but look, Samir runs a little bit wide, but gets the better exit eventually. And yeah, Alonso and Schumacher back in 2005, right there. Shades.
Oh, Nassim with a slipstream into turn 1. Looks to the outside.
No.
Can't quite have it there.
No way. No way, bueno. Oof, oversteer. No. He just can't get the car turned in. Car's not willing to communicate with him. With the team right now.
Struggling with the
That's
car a
the
little
problem.
bit. Through the
he should be on
only
fresher
through the
tires.
S's.
Yeah,
As
but-
Pietro Lunghi has spun at the final corner, it seems. Isn't quite able to dip under him, but they are still very close as he looks down the inside just before Spoon, and Nassim has the position for now, but Samuel could look to the outside. No, he doesn't. Nassim is now going to try and pull away, but Samuel will have slipstream down to 130R. Nassim has opened up the gap quite a bit just through that one corner alone. I think he is safe with that position as Timo coming out of pit lane
Let's
is
see.
still
Is he gonna join
leading.
first?
He's rejoined
Timo rejoins in the lead.
first. Yeah, because Nassim's only just crossing the line and Timo is now...
So Timo, I told you this race would be sorted out with the first pit stop because look at Timo. Timo is officially in the lead. I told you there would be a massive shakeup, and that battling between Samir and Nassim and the spins they've had really hasn't paid off because look at Timo using the clean air, and he's now way ahead of second and third. But now he is gonna become the hunted, as I like to say. Now Nassim and Samir have to work together, I think, to chase him, to chase the hunter in this situation, and yeah, they need to push really hard. They want a whisker of a race victory for sure.
As the Lamborghini Tech of Pietro Lunghi is in pit lane now.
He is, but I don't think he will play a massive difference. As long as he gets out of the way when he's getting lapped, then he should be.
He's
good.
coming out now. Still a good gap to the leaders, so he isn't quite lapped yet.
Yep. Well, you never know. One spin is all it takes.
Hmm.
One spin is all it takes to go in the gravel
Oh,
with
as
me.
Nassim sets another fastest lap with a 1:30.4.
That's 9/10 of race qualifying.
Isn't far off
That's
his qualifying time.
yeah.
Ooh. Was that Anastasov a little bit on the grass there?
Maybe. Not too sure. I mean, if you get caught on the grass, it's the grass kind of sucks you into it in a sense. So yeah.
Hmm. As Nassim just pushing with all his might to try and reclaim the race lead.
Yep. For sure. But we're gonna see what happens for sure.
Ooh, that is Rudakov off just before Degner won. Losing a position to Guth, but now the gaps have spread out quite a bit.
Yep.
As Nassim sets another fastest lap of a 1:30.3.
This is looking very, very interesting for sure though.
Nassim saying
Great.
fastest lap after fastest lap at this point.
As we are on lap 16 out of 27, I think the driver just wants this race to end. I don't think because I
Nassim
mean
is closing down on
maybe
Timo.
some drivers can fight for something, but I think most of them may have given up at this point.
With you saying don't switch over to the F1 Esports stream earlier, it actually isn't working. There is nothing displayed. The stream is on, but there is nothing on the screen. So this is the better racing to be watching.
Exactly. So this shows you why AF1 Esports is an absolute shambles when they don't even enable the safety car. If you notice, F1 Esports doesn't enable a safety car. I mean, we should have a safety car, but we don't. Which is a
Hmm.
shame, but
It's a little bit more
it
difficult
is
in
what it
a set
is.
Corsa than thingy.
In F1, in
Hmm.
F1 Esports, Esports. Well,
Oh, was
F1
round the
2022.
outside at turn 1.
Oh,
Nassim looks
that's.
and
But what did
almost
Timo?
makes
How
it.
did Timo? Oh,
Ooh!
oh!
Puts him
But
right
how
on
did
the
Timo
curve there.
lose such a big gap, though? How did Timo lose
It
such a
could
big
just
gap?
be Nassim's pace because he's setting fastest lap to almost fastest lap, and it might just be the cold tyres for Timo on this first couple of laps.
Yeah, but then again, he shouldn't be dropping off by that much, should he?
Why does it keep on switching to Anastasov? It's weird. We'll stick on this front battle for a little bit. As Rudakov stopped at the final corner.
He spun, I assume.
I'm assuming he's spun, and Daniel Soul getting past him there. And looks like going into pit lane. Yes, Rudakov is now in pit lane. Presumably to fix some damage.
Yeah.
Never know. Ooh, through 130R! Nassim takes the inside. Little bit of contact maybe there. Timo having to run wide, but in the end, Nassim is now leading the race. Timo in P2 and Samuel Ivanov in P3.
I mean, he literally went feint, step over, down the inside he goes, and he claimed the race lead at least.
A little bit wide through turn
But
2
Timo
there.
is not giving up. He is trying to fight him. He is. Yeah.
Oh, Nassim is round. Nassim is spun. Oh,
and he's out.
he's retired.
He's out.
Oh.
I can't blame him. I can't blame him. This race is meaningless to him, so
Yeah, I'm guessing he hit
I
the
can't
wall and
blame him too much. This race is meaningless to him.
But now Samuel has to try and
Yep.
close a 4.5 second gap. Oh,
Yep.
it's painful to see. He could still score a point in this race, actually. No, we're too
Really?
far away from the end. If we were close enough to the end, he might have been able to be classified because Hoffer is not returning to the race. He is just sitting in pit lane. So I think even if Hoffer continued to race, Samuel's done enough laps that he would still classify 10th.
Yeah. It is a shame. It is a shame. Summing through the coffees in time. I'm not sure why I'm watching him, to be honest. I guess to get more
Neither.
exposure for Lenovo.
Ooh.
What's that, his teammate? Oh, his teammate!
His teammate came over on him.
That's not nice.
It's not how teammates
That
drive.
is-
His teammate
That's
came
not nice.
right over on him as Jeremy Goose is in
Wow.
pit lane.
For a second pit stop, I think, right?
I do believe it's the second, having a little bit of a wiggle or wave to the camera. So we now look to the driver who is just ahead of him in P5, and that's the sort of presumably closing on Max Romer ahead. But I don't think there's enough laps for him to close. No, wait, I'm thinking of Max closing on Phoenix.
Yeah.
There's about 10 laps of this race to go. Less than 10.
But this race is kind of opened up now a little bit, I think. I mean, I'm kind of sad that I see him retire. I think he should have kept on going, but then again, it's a meaningless race. You know, doesn't matter. So
We won't be getting any donuts from Nassim. Hopefully we get a few donuts from Samuel.
yeah, at least we can hope for that. I'm not too keen into it, but
Now there will be a the moment we have Bijou Racing Honda is going to win the championship as Breaking Point only has
Oh,
one
there
driver,
was
and so
there was...
are unable.
I already said at the start of the stream. No point of
You
rubbing
said
it
it at
in,
the
mate.
start, but we could have a lot more viewers now, just to let them know that Bijou Racing Honda is winning the championship, and so our drivers' championship is being won by Samuel Ivanov in the Breaking Point racing car, and our constructors' world championship is being won by Bijou Racing Honda with Timo Nathaniel
Yep.
and Max Romer Racing.
Indeed.
Ven does not seem too happy about that, as it is not his team winning the constructors, but maybe next year he can
Oh, that's a
he
spin.
can have it.
I'll bring it home, don't you worry.
He'll bring the drivers and constructors home.
30 years of hunt. As E3. As they did a remix, didn't they, this year? The guys who sang It's Coming Home, right? They did a remix and they
Oh,
made
did
it
they?
Christmas theme. It's 3 Christmas on a 3 lives on a sleigh now, isn't it?
Well, it isn't coming home, is all I'm gonna say.
I mean, they really should be thinking about that, but I mean, when the World Cup when the World Cup final is played 1 week before Christmas, I mean, you know.
I mean, the referee in the England match didn't do that well, to be honest.
I hate the English are using that as an excuse.
He
Kane
missed
missed his
4
penalty,
fouls.
Whatever.
Okay, Kane missed his penalty, fair enough, but there was still a
Yeah.
penalty and 3 other fouls they could have called. We'll stop there as
I
we watch
mean,
Anastasov trying to fight for P4.
It's the referee's decision. I mean.
Yeah. The referee's decision is final until VAR became a thing, which gave the referee another chance to call something, which he still didn't call.
I mean, let's be honest. If he did it in VR, like when VR has said, I don't see anything wrong there. That's definitely on him.
Oh, the French would have said, oh, they shouldn't have had VAR. The English would have said, oh, VAR's fine, or they would have said it was the ref's fault. In the end, not everyone's going to be happy,
I mean,
and this
whatever
time
you
it's the
say.
English.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward towards the final, to be honest.
Who's in the final?
It's gonna be Messi's Argentina versus Mbappe's France, is what the media will tell
Ooh.
you. But I will tell you, it's Argentina-France, my friend.
Argentina,
Probably
France.
the two most informed teams, realistically, heading into the tournament.
I mean,
France
Morocco were very strong.
Morocco were, but the French. I mean, when you have 5 players trying to track Mbappe, you have a little bit of a battle. You should probably focus on that.
Yeah, I was very surprised when I looked at the lineup for Morocco and saw they were running 5 at the back.
I mean, I really didn't understand why they were 5 at the back in such a crucial moment. They should have stuck to their system and just tried to play it out, but they didn't. And I think the coach in Morocco has landed himself a job at a top tier Premier League club at this rate. Chelsea might want to have a look at him, but regardless, the race is nearly done.
Yeah, we have 4 or 5 laps to go.
Yep, something like that. But,
And
yeah,
with
it's okay.
well over half the race done, there is well under half the race to go.
I missed that. Actually, it's not perfect. You can't. It's not an even number, so it will never be perfect. So yeah.
You just have to watch until Timo gets exactly halfway around the lap.
Yeah, that's too hard. That takes effort.
Unless we have any major mistakes from the front 3, I think this is how we are going to have to finish.
To be fair, the battle for P4 is still sort of on, and P7. I mean, that's 4 points, is it not? P7. So it's not right. The curve there a lot. He could have risked. He could have risked losing the car for them, but Europe Road are pushing for points at least. There is for at least 2 more points. I guess the Lamborghini Tech team. Is he gonna go for a 430 yard? He lifts, but into the chicane, he might go for it, and he does not go for it. And he's gonna try and follow back on the slipstream right here into the turn 1, turn 2 complex, and he tries to
side by
go for it.
side.
They're gonna be side by side into turn 1. Side by side. Oh, look at how
Lamborghini
much
Tech
momentum.
driver,
Lamborghini
keeping all the
Tech,
momentum around the outside.
for the S's, who's gonna get the first inside, and it is the driver of the Lamborghini Tech car. Yeah.
As Rudikov defending aggressively against Soul for these. Oh, as he goes a little bit wide, bounces on the change between curb and track, and Soul gets P7.
Yep, he does.
I think that is it for positional racing for the most of this race. Anastasov pitting to try and claim that fastest lap, but Nassim was a very strong
Yeah.
with his pace. I haven't seen anything from Nassim yet in the driver's chat, so I think we just leave that.
I think he should be left alone. I mean, like he got everything to lose this race. He got pole position. He was well in the lead. He spun, tried to play catch up, spun again. Ow. Just that's all that is to be said really.
Hmm.
I think to sum up his race.
As we have huge gaps between the drivers for fourth, fifth, and sixth. There's about a minute between fourth and sixth.
Yep.
So not much more is to go on this race, so we're going to default to watching Anastasov, presumably fastest driver on the track.
Is he?
I'm not sure, but I think I'm actually running a fancy little camera thing today, which does special mathematics, which decides which fight would be the most interesting, and so I'm presuming that Anastasov is gaining the most on the driver ahead. So either Max Roma is the slowest, and Anastasov's the fastest.
Or the
And I'd take it
algorithm
as
is
an
broken.
or the algorithm's broken, but there wasn't really much other racing to watch, so I presumed he'd gone for the fastest driver.
Is this a Bravo position? Yeah, it is. Wow.
It is. Goose, I think, had a spin at some point through the lap, it looks like, because his front wing is not quite in the correct position.
Oh, side by side again to VR. We saw this multiple times, but the first driver that gets to the side will always win at 130R, I think.
Hmm.
Whatever you do, don't give up the side at 130R. That's a valuable racing lesson.
Goose doesn't return to the pit lane to fix any damage on this car. Interesting, as we are on the penultimate lap now.
It's 2 laps. It's a penultimate lap, mate. I mean, I don't think you need to fix damage. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, that wing's looking bad. That wing is looking bad. Give me the coffee 8 for the Lamborghini Tech Racing team.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is Anastasov is off.
Oh, that's not good, is it?
No.
No, really, it's not good. And Suzuka is 38 seconds behind now. And that's what happened between them.
Ooh.
Oh, he hits the grass! That's a very bizarre mistake for him to make.
Interesting. Caught
So
the grass into 130R and just the car didn't quite like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
it's definitely
bizarre.
possible because of the tarmac on the outside. He could have sort of run on that and not quite brought it in before the end, but it's still an interesting for a mistake.
Ooh, Goof riding the teeth curbing, the teeth-like curbing, which is very interesting. Yeah, this race, I mean, it had some interesting stuff. It's definitely not a boring race to say. We have definitely
As
seen
we now
better
watch
races, but
the leader on the final lap of the race. One more lap to go. Ooh, as Phoenix is off at the final corner. Third place
Ooh.
man struggling to get it out of the gravel, but does
At least he
continue
got it out of
going.
the gravel. At least he got it out of the gravel.
Max Romer shouldn't be too far behind him though. Yeah, he's only at the other end of the main straight.
Yeah.
That's Guth off again. It seems. Oh, he is backwards on the racing line. Oof.
Take the shortcut, mate. Win the race. Just take the short layout. He's not about that life.
As he runs through Degner 1, Degner 2. As we're on to the final meters of this race now. Timo
Timo
coming.
got lucky at the pit. Timo did very well at the pit stop. That
Hmm.
cannot be taken away from him. Incredible at the pit stops.
Hasn't made too many mistakes this race. Maybe there was one or two, but not
Yeah.
many. As he comes across the line, and Timo Nathaniel wins the Suzuka Grand Prix. The Japanese Grand Prix is won by Timo Nathaniel. Not quite able to clinch the championship. That is still Samuel Ivanov's.
And
But
here
he
is
does.
my car crossing
But he
the line
does
second.
win
In
the
his final
Constructors' Championship.
ACF1 race of Samuel Ivanov and Fulvio Phoenix. Will we see him next year? Who knows? He's gonna cross the line in P3 for Porsche Tunisia Racing.
As Max Romer crossing the line for 4th position, helping his team to win the Constructors' Championship. And all we have to wait for
Which
now
was
is...
already
and
sealed
that's the
before the weekend even began, let's be honest.
before the race began, because
Yeah.
before the weekend began, we weren't sure how many drivers we were going to see racing for Breaking Point Racing. But as we wait for Ross to cross the start-finish line and take his 5th position, we now swap to the graphic used to show that Bougie Racing winning their 2nd Constructors' Championship in a row. So we could see our top 3 coming in for interviews in a second.
Well, anyways, stream. I would just like to announce as well that I think I know how I announced this here, but this will be my final commentary, presumably for a very long time. So this is the last you're gonna hear me in the commentary box, and I'm gonna let Ethan do the interviews. I just want to announce that I'm thankful for this opportunity to be able to commentate for you guys this year as a sidekick for Ethan. I really do appreciate it that you guys have stuck around watching these streams, even in the direst moments that we've had for this year, with in terms of can we make a stream, can we not make a stream. I'm still glad you guys turn up to these streams and watch them, and they seem to get confused as well post stream. So thank you guys for that. And with that, those final words I would like to say. Please have some happy holidays. Enjoy yourselves. Stay healthy, and have a fantastic evening. This has been fun, and I'm gonna go. Goodbye, everybody.
You don't want to speak to your driver quickly? Oh, no, he's gone.
Yeah,
Hello,
then let's-
Samuel.
Hello.
Congratulations on the 2nd place, I think that was. Very
Thank you.
heartfelt race.
Yeah. A lot of mistakes during the race, which I'm not happy about, but it is what it is. Yeah, 3 spins actually. Very hard to maintain a consistent pace, and Timo did it great. I mean, without any spins or mistakes, which was great, fully deserved win. So yeah, congrats to him. I don't know why he isn't here, but yeah, congrats to Timo. Also, Nassim, I think he did really well, but yeah, some mistakes. It just it's unfortunate, you know. It happened to me very often. So yeah, I'm sure he will be better next season.
Yeah, what was it? Nassim was having a very strong race, setting, and I think his fastest lap did hold up until the end, but he just he lost quite aggressively through, I believe it was Degner 2 at some point, just after he'd lost the lead to Timo, or just after he gained it. I'm not quite sure, 1 the 2. But after that incident, he couldn't continue on with the race.
Yeah, if I have to put money, who will be the next champion? It will be Nassim, in my opinion, or Phoenix. But I'm putting my money on Nassim.
I think it's going to be quite a close fight between Rost, Nassim, and Phoenix
Yeah.
Timo might be able to get in there, but the pace of some of these guys is incredible.
Yeah, we will see what will happen next season.
Hmm.
Jason might join as well.
Ooh. Yeah, Jason definitely could get involved. I think it's going to be very close between a lot of drivers. As long as they're all being able to make points every race, then I think it will be a very close sort of chopping and changing who wins every race. And
Yeah, because like here, for example, Nassim won one race and then DNF at the next, which is it's just stupid. You don't have to do that when you do mistake. Every point counts in the end. But yeah, here doesn't really matter, to be honest.
yeah, I mean Nassim had
Wasn't that important.
quite a few mistakes. I think he had about the same as you, about 3, but it was quite a big mistake. He had fully spun round, and I think he knew that with that mistake that he wouldn't be able to get the win, even though with his pace he might have been able to close up, but Timo, being the master of defense that he is, might not have been able to get past Timo.
Yeah. Oh my God, Timo did great defense against me last weekend and now versus Nassim. I tried to hold him, but yeah, didn't went quite well. So yeah, congrats, Timo. Great drive.
Thank you, Samuel. Yeah, but you are the really fast guy. But so
Yeah,
I'm
a bit.
I'm an old guy, but I can defending. So
Yeah,
so I love defending. I love fights on the track, but it's a fair. But the great fight today with Nassim in 130R or 130R, and yes, I'm happy with the win at the end of the season. So Samuel and me, we both have 5 wins. And,
It was interesting to see some of the sort of more audacious moves around either the inside or down around the outside or down the inside of 130R, which was quite interesting to see.
yeah, but with a little contact. So I have damage on my front wing, but yeah, we have a good program for setup to find. So make setup and stronger, more practice, and so we see the data, and yeah, for setup is a really good program, and I think the next season was great. So
yeah,
more drivers. So I have a personality. I have no problem with this season car, but so many people have a problem with the car, and I think the next season is better for us, so better car for everyone. So yeah,
We're running the RSS 2013 car next year.
yes.
So the very dominant Rebel car from Sebastian Vettel and Adrian Newey, the designer.
yeah.
So hopefully for next year, the racing is even closer and even more exciting. And so quickly before we leave, can I get a driver of the day for both of you?
Yeah, I'm not happy with the rule, but we have no DRS in the next season.
Okay.
Oh,
With the dirty air, we was looking was some critical with dirty air for driving behind the another car. So when this good, then we can good fights and we have good races and a good show.
yep.
Yep.
So yeah. Go. Sorry.
So guys, have a nice holiday.
Thank you. Yeah. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So we're saying no Happy New Year, or saying in 3 weeks Happy New Year.
Yeah.
But good luck.
Time flies.
Yeah, good luck, and we see us in 2023.
Yep.
Yeah.
2017 Warsaw.
So if I have to put my driver on of the day because Timo didn't say, I will put it on Timo The only reason
No.
I won't put it on Nassim because he was very fast but inconsistent. So
Yeah, the
yeah.
mistakes is a problem. So
Hmm.
you have a spin. So
Three times.
it's critical for me. So I come out of the corner, and I see the smoke from your tires, and I see of your car, and oh, so right left, and go for it. so so no crash, and for me and for you good.
Yeah.
So dangerous corner.
Yes, thank you both.
But Suzuka is a great track. So
Yeah, it was a great
for-
track to
for-
finish the season
for
on.
racing. So I won last season here, and I won this season here, and next season.
Hopefully you can win again.
So bye. See you next year. Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in January next